Welcome to the Big Bang Basketball channel. Today we're going over the topic, next face of the NBA, Ja Morant or Luka Doncic. Kindly subscribe and enjoy the video. Plenty of young stars are worthy of becoming the next face of the NBA whenever the league moves fully into post-LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry mode. Giannis Antetokounmpo, already a two-time MVP, is still improving at just 27 years old, should be considered a leading candidate. Nikola Jokic could join him as a two-time winner of the league's most prestigious individual award. Luka Doncic, Trae Young, Zion Williamson, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, and a handful of others are all reasonable options, admittedly with varying degrees of reasonableness. But the association itself sure seems like it's leaning into the Ja Morant fervor, and for good reason. The Ja Morant popularity surge. When NBA.com released its jersey sales leader on January 12th, Morant had risen into the top 10 for the first time in his career. He finished at number 7, behind more established contributors in LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic, and Jason Tatum. Also per NBA.com, he thrived in the fan voting portion of the All-Star balloting. With 3,571,695 votes collected, the Memphis superstar finished behind only Curry, James, Nikola Jokic, DeMar DeRozan, Joel Embiid, Antetokounmpo, and Durant. That's not too shabby for any up-and-coming player without a prior All-Star selection on his resume, much less such a player who suits up for a city with the league's smallest local television market per Sports Media Watch. That market size still makes it harder to compile fan votes without K-pop assistance because of the largely tribal nature of sports fandom. But it no longer serves as a disqualifier in a face of the NBA conversation. Highlights are so easily shareable. Take note, MLB, that players transcend markets more easily than ever before, allowing for all sorts of new opportunities. Since the latest release of jersey sales on January 12th, Morant has averaged 31.8 points, 6.2 rebounds, and 6.5 assists for a Memphis squad that has gone 14-6 and risen to number 3 in the Western Conference on the back of his remarkable play. Is it any wonder that his popularity, already on the rise, has only continued to soar? After the Murray State Products annihilation of the Spurs, the NBA's official Instagram account had made him the central figure in 13 of its 15 most recent posts. The lone exceptions reserved for a Caleb Martin posterization of Nikolai Vukovic and a clutch Karl Anthony Towns bucket. That doesn't just happen. It's a calculated decision designed to maximize engagement and capitalize on superstardom growing ever stronger by the day. Morant may not be the face of the league right now. He may never achieve that lofty status, which is typically gained organically through on-court success, captivating personality, compelling narrative elements, and jaw-dropping highlights. But the NBA sure seems to be positioning him for such a rise, and justifiably so. He doesn't so much check all the boxes as dunk checkmarks into them, with unmatched ferocity and gravity-defying athleticism. Luka Doncic popularity surge. Luka Doncic is number 1 in Maverick fans' hearts and now number 2 in NBA jersey sales. The Mavs star guard jersey sales were second to only Lakers forward LeBron James during the NBA's restart from July 30th to September 28th. Doncic's popularity soared amid the season restart in Orlando, leading Dallas back to the playoffs for the first time in 4 seasons. The dynamic 21-year-old tallied 2 40-point games, including one edge-of-your-seat buzzer beater in the 6-game series lost to the Los Angeles Clippers. Doncic finished his first ever playoff series averaging 31 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists against one of the best defenses in the league. It wasn't just the fans who were impressed. In his second season, Doncic leaped into the NBA's elite, finishing 4th in MVP voting. Doncic was selected to first-team All-NBA, becoming the first player to do so in his first or second season since Tim Duncan in 1999. In a poll of 15 NBA executives, including 4 general managers, Doncic unanimously voted the player under 25 years old that NBA teams would want to build around. The bigger impact. This category could be the most important one. After all, basketball is a team sport, And the next phase of the NBA between Luka and Morant can't be complete before we talk about the impact each player has on his team. Let's start by stating that both superstars are definitely the best players on their respective teams. The Mavs are heavily reliant on Doncic. Without him this season, their record is 6-9. This makes sense considering that their entire offense runs through him. Even though Doncic is slow, he opens up the court for his shooters who feed off his kickouts. His defense is questionable, but the Mavs are 6th in defensive rating and have been hiding his sluggishness on this end of the floor quite well. Back in Memphis, it's a totally different story. The Grizzlies are just as reliant on Morant, but their record without him is an astounding 11-2. The team is built in an entirely different way. Even though Morant is the definite superstar, the Grizzlies function as a cohesive unit that has proven it can find solutions during adversity. Morant's leadership in this role should not go unnoticed. The entire team gravitates around his shining star, and his explosiveness has been a part of the team's identity. So when it comes to impact, even though Luka's presence is statistically more valuable to the Mavs, Ja's leadership and attitude have raised Memphis' ceiling and put the entire league in check. It's Morant's intangibles that edge him over Luka and give him the winning point in this category. At the end of the discussion, there is no doubt that both players are destined for basketball glory. If you want to watch more amazing videos like this, kindly subscribe and click the like button to become part of our family.